What up, Whiskey Ginger fans? Welcome back to the show. If this is your first time joining us, like I say, please subscribe, like, share it to friends. Tell everyone you know about the show. This week's episode is with Eric Andre. I love Eric. Such a funny dude. I've known him for a long time. I've written on some shows with Eric. I've written on his show. I've helped with his movie. He is phenomenally funny, always prolific, ever-changing, a chameleon of a comedian. He's a great dude, man. I love him so much. We're trying to get back on the road. AndrewSantino.com has all the new dates that are up there. I think I'm supposed to go to like Houston and Charlotte and North Carolina and Dallas, Boston. There's a bunch that are up there. For right now, we look like we're going, but it's hard because we're just waiting to see what happens. So go to AndrewSantino.com. We're trying our best to get out there, but it's hard. The pandy got us grounded for now. But also on the website, you can go to the Patreon. AndrewSantino.com has the link to the Patreon. That's where I'm doing Cheeto chats and one-on-ones and all that stuff. And also, it's got the merch, which we're launching a new merch store. If you want to wait and see all the new merch, is coming out July 10th. July 10th, we'll have a brand new merch site up and running. Hot, quick, fast, and cool. Hopefully you'll love all the new stuff that we're putting out. We worked very hard on it, and we hope you like it. I'm rambling on enough. That's it for me, my friends. Go to AndrewSantino.com for all the information that you need about everything that you need. Oh boy, it's summertime. High quality shades, baby, for far less than expensive brands. Shady Rays are the peeps. They're the best. Shady Rays makes some of the best sunglasses I've ever owned. They have the best warranty in the sunglass industry right now. They'll replace it if it's lost or broken. They don't really care how you did it. I left it at the beach. I borrowed it to a friend. Doesn't matter. They're going to give you a new one. All right. Plus, they donate 10 meals to fight hunger in America with every single order. These things are great. Look, I lose sunglasses on a constant basis. If you're anything like me, you leave them in someone's car, you leave them at someone's house, you forget them. I leave them at the beach. I can't not lose sunglasses or break them. And Shady Rays has the best warranty in the game. They will just replace it with no questions asked. I mean, come on. What else do you need to know? Shady Rays does make a great statement against hunger as well by providing 10 meals to fight hunger in America with every single order that you place. So they're doing good. They're protecting your eyeballs with cool polarized sunglasses, and they're also doing good. You should go to ShadyRays.com. Use that promo code WHISKEY, baby. That promo code is WHISKEY at ShadyRays.com to get 50% off 2 or more pairs at ShadyRays.com. It's worth it. Protect your eyes, look cool, and get new ones if they get lost. ShadyRays.com, promo code WHISKEY.
In here, we pour whiskey, 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 whiskey.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that for all my guests, but I mean it once again today. It's Eric Andre. Eric Andre.
I love that you wore your finest threads for my appearance.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
Well, the audience at home is only going to see this much. They're not going to see. They're just going to see from my boobies up. They don't know what I'm wearing. I crop it in, dude. They don't need to see these floral pants that I have on with little tiny
Looks like
trolls.
you're in a Soviet bunker.
I am. This is my Soviet bunker. Is that a swell bottle? Is that a swell bottle?
No, Cotopaxi.
Oh, Cotopaxi. Okay, very cool. Cotopaxi, dude.
From the Cotopaxi region of France.
Is that South or North France?
Right in the middle.
It's the dead center, Cotopaxi?
Dead center.
For people that don't know, you live in space. Eric Andre is a very funny comedian, actress, painter, pilot. Used to be a pilot for a couple years.
Yeah.
And it has a new special out on Netflix called Legalize Everything, which I think is offensive and rude. And the entire Republican Party is trying to get you shut down. Because
do you want to read what my mom emailed my family today?
Yes.
First of all, she put like her whole Facebook and like her like whole chain of friends that are all in their 70s and 80s on blast for the special. And I'm naked in the special. I talk about smoking weed with my mom. I talk about doing drugs. She emailed me, my sister, and my dad. Saw your show, loved it, particularly the interview with that hit mother, waiting for my friends to weigh in on my Facebook page, on which I announced I saw it and provided literally a disclaimer. Just saw my son's Netflix special. Really, really funny, but please, disclaimer, I'm not a fan of anyone using drugs. Legalize everything is its title. And while legalizing drugs definitely has a place in our conversation, again, I'm not a fan of actually using psychedelic drugs. That said, go and enjoy. I'm like, well, you're being a fucking narc, Mom. Let me live.
Is your mom a lawyer? I don't know. Like, what is it? There was like a legal disclaimer before it. That's like showing up to a party and just being like, look, I want to enjoy this party. That being said, if there's anything illegal going on, I will exit immediately. I don't want to be tied to the conversation.
Any of you gentlemen want to purchase narcotics?
Your mom's an undercover cop.
She's a narc. Yeah, she's a narc.
Well, dude, I'm so happy that you're putting a special out. It's out right now. You can watch it on Netflix. I think that's incredible, man, because as a guy this is your first month of comedy. You started comedy 1 month ago. You recorded it and you put it out to the world, which I think is brave. I mean, most comics want to spend years doing comedy, cultivating, but you spent the majority of the beginning of your career in Shakespeare and drama. That was it. Yeah. You just did Shakespeare and drama.
A lot of Shakespeare in the Park, Macbeth, Othello, the other guy.
And now why in the month of May did you transfer to comedy and then decide to put the special out? Because it was recorded 2 weeks ago, right? And
this is a really good year for stand-up. Probably one of the best years for live performance.
Yeah.
That's why I figured, tape it now. Why not?
Tape it now.
Get into it now.
Well, I mean, some would say, and maybe you would agree, that 2020 might be arguably the best year we've all ever had. I mean, without a doubt.
I mean, like it started off great. It continues being great, and everyone's happy this year. Yeah. It's just nothing but pleasure. I feel like I'm at the spa.
I feel like it's such a joyous, warm year. I haven't heard anybody fighting. I don't know anybody that's mad at anybody.
Fighting, no complaining.
But the special is out. I know it's funny because we've worked together. People might not know we're friends, but we've worked together in the past. Eric and I have done some writing together. I helped write on a little bit of Eric's television shows, a little bit of Eric's movies, a little bit of.
Remind me your name. You're Ed Sheeran, right?
I'm Opie Taylor. This is Opie. You remember me? My name is Andreas Santinini, and Eric and I go back.
Santino is Italian?
No, well, Sicilian.
You're Sicilian? I thought you were like Irish.
Yeah, I'm half and half. That's so, you know how annoying that is to hear? That's like me going like, Andre, that doesn't sound half black. It's such an annoying thing. Somebody goes, Santino, you don't look Italian. Like, well, when two people meet and they have sex and they're not the same kind of person, something happens. I'm going to say that from now on.
Andrew
Santino. Right. You know what's so funny is when old school guys, when I'm introduced to like that older generation, whether it's like on a show or something, always.
Like Eddie Brill.
Yeah. There's some old guy that always goes, oh, I didn't know you were going to look like that. I thought you were going to look like an Italian. It's like, so now I bring a soup ladle and an apron with me everywhere I go.
Chef's hat. Oregano.
No, I dyed my hair red. I am an Italiano. Yeah. I don't know what. By the way, that's such a generation above us that will not exist in another generation because so many kids are, so many generations now getting mixed and crossed, whether it's like race or ethnic background, that no one's going to look like their fucking last name anyway. That won't even, at some point, won't even exist. But I do get it a lot.
Clearly triggered by that comment. Okay, we can move on.
No. Let's dive right in. So let me tell you something about race. Eric is in the process of brewing some cafe. What coffee brand do you drink? What are we talking? Groundwork?
I got Go Get 'em Tiger. I got
Go Get 'em Tiger.
I got whatever.
So many people don't know what Go Get 'em Tiger is. Go Get 'em Tiger is a very pretentious coffee shop on the east side of Los Angeles. Well, they're all over, but they don't have a don't promote getting dug with high on my show. Don't promote
God. It's a great coffee mug.
No, it is. And that's why your mom is against drug use, because you're promoting it all over the place. Go Get 'em Tiger. The interesting thing about the first time I ever had them, they're on the east side. Well, they were in Larchmont or something like that. And they don't have, it's just a bar. Like you just go up and you ordered a bar, but there is no line. Is that still like that over by you or no?
It's a bar? No, there's a few of them.
Like there's one in, what I mean is there's a bar top and you just walk up and order. There is no like line though. It's almost like as if it's a bar to order a drink. You just get up.
No, it's not like that. Well, there's one. I mean, there's a Go Get 'em Tiger in Los Feliz. There's a Go Get 'em Tiger on Larchmont.
That's what the one in Larchmont used to be when I was down there. That's what it used
to
be. You just walked up and ordered.
There was a line.
No, it was chaos, and I didn't like it. I got angry. I like a line. I like organization. I like coffee.
You know, with your Italian accent, I can't understand what you're saying.
Oh yeah, sorry. So no, when I order coffee, a latte or an espresso, what happened to me?
When I first came to Elvis Island, I said "Mazzala bobala."
I see the Statue of Liberty, and I say, "I'm here."
Statue of Library.
The library statue. I kiss her foot, her big blue foot. Dude, you know what?
She kicked the goal for Napoli.
For Napoli. She wears a flip-flop. A flip-flop. I have to have shitty diner coffee now. I own coffee from little tiny, because I kind of like the burnt shitty coffee. When I just get a regular coffee, I like burnt shitty coffee.
You're officially like middle-aged.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you know what it is? I'm a glutton for the pain. Like I'm a glutton for how gross it is. Like I like that it's like I think coffee should be just to flush me out. It doesn't really wake me up. Does caffeine give you a boost? It doesn't do shit for me.
Yeah, gives me a boost. Yeah, you're not drinking the right coffee, my man.
No, I drank it all, dude. Let me tell you something. I want the Machu Picchu. I got the beans that come out of the monkey's butt. I brewed it, broke it, made it. I done it all.
Are you a whiskey guy? Is that the premise of this podcast? What's the premise of this podcast?
Usually we have a drink together when we're in the studio. Eric was too afraid to come in due to COVID-19. And also, because he knows whenever we're in the same room together, we're going to kiss. That's just what we do. No, but we've had to do guests via satellite. But no, yeah, usually I have a glass of whiskey and we talk about
9 a.m. You have a glass of whiskey with your guests?
Sometimes I do, but most of the time the guest doesn't want to do it at 9 a.m. This was on you. This is your press schedule. This is your press schedule, not mine.
I go throw Santino the graveyard shift.
Yeah, seriously. Eric says he can meet you from 4 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. No, yeah. Usually people are in studio having a drink, but it's too early to have a drink right now. But we'll just have coffee. But there's whiskey in my coffee. I just can't drink it straight up. Do you drink whiskey? Every time we've partied, you don't really like.
I don't gravitate towards the brown spirits. I do like tequila. You want to see my bar? This is my.
By the way, racist statement. Oh my God. Look at that.
Dude. I'm like a rum guy actually, and a tequila guy. I like tequila. I like it all. I like gin. I like vodka, but I just made a whiskey drink. I actually had rum and whiskey in it. I juiced a poblano pepper, mixed it with agave, mixed the juice with agave, and then added lime juice, pineapple juice, and just a little bit of bourbon and some rum agricole. It was really good. You want to see a picture of it? I got it from this cookbook.
What's the book called? Yeah.
I will shout out Ivy Mix.
Ivy Mix, Spirits of Latin America.
Spirits of Latin America. These are like my two new favorites. This one is
are you into making mixed drinks? Is this like a nightly thing?
I was so depressed when quarantine started. I was like, I need a hobby to get me through quarantine. And I know how to cook, but I don't know anything about making cocktails. And then I really got into making cocktails, and it's like the same joy of cooking, but it's instant gratification because it only takes a few minutes to make a cocktail. And then also you get drunk. So cut to me drinking every day, and I gained a bunch of weight. And then this last month, my girlfriend looked at me. She was like, "Let's take a month off drinking because we are 255 pounds."
Well, I'm not going to lie, and I don't want to sound like a jerk, but you look unbelievably fat right now. I mean, you're the
I was
fattest I've ever seen.
205 a month ago. I'm 189 as of this morning.
You weren't 200 pounds.
I was 204. Well, I gained weight for season 5 of Eric Andre's show too. And then we wrapped reshoots. Then quarantine started. Then I started drinking pina coladas every fucking day. So this is the drink I was just describing.
Did you pour ice like that and make it look dramatic and spill all over the counter?
I did. I actually poured it in slow motion. Like 120 frames per second. I know how to do it. That's how much of a professional I am.
Yeah.
Called a Pancho Perico.
Pancho Perico.
So it's rum, whiskey. Oh, manzanilla sherry. A little bit of sherry, like a sweet dessert wine.
Like manzanilla, is that what's manzanilla sherry? I don't know what that is.
Sherry is like dessert wines that you're like.
Oh, the kind of wine. Right.
Yeah, it's a kind of sherry. Poblano syrup that I made, pineapple juice, and lime juice. It was goddamn delicious.
See, this is my problem with that though. You have to get all those materials. I don't, that's, you have to go collect all that stuff.
No, keep it simple. If you want a simple whiskey drink, all you need for whiskey is like vermouth.
I don't really use, whiskey I usually drink on the rocks. If anything, I'll drink it with like soda water or some shit, or maybe a little bit of ginger. Like the name of the
show. But even if you just do whiskey ginger, squeeze like half an ounce of lime juice in it. Or lemon juice in it.
So you're getting, is this like a...
you don't have to make a drink complicated to make it good. Actually, the most simple drinks are the best, I think.
Is this now going to become a thing if I come over to your house again and you're going to have like a mixed drink thing? Are you going to make mixed drinks or no? Is it still free for all?
Well, if you want, or you can just drink it on the rocks, sip it. I have pretty good whiskeys. I have great rye. I have killer bourbon, and I'm
a big bourbon guy. I love bourbon.
Yeah, I got some like real Kentucky bourbon. Like I had a bottle when we finished it off. It was like this bottle of Kentucky bourbon that you could only get in Kentucky. But right now I got Old Granddad, and I have another great bourbon.
Oh, Granddad's good. I want to say that I don't want to call you out, but I love the one thing about your house that I can see in my house. I see in my head the pattern of your house. You have a urinal in your bathroom.
Yeah,
and it's maybe the coolest thing on planet Earth. You want to show it? Look at that. Look at that. Look at how dope that is. Ugh. When you bought the house, what was there? Was there anything there? And then a regular toilet?
That was all that was there. Was a standing urinal, and I built the house around it.
Nice, dude.
No, it was actually a sink, and I have a sink right. It made no sense. There was like a sink here and a sink there, and I was like, no, flushless, waterless urinal. Save 10,000 gallons of water.
Dude, it is so funny. I've said that before that I want one of those, and of course, like if you move into a house, a single man, and it's your home, different story. You move in with someone, if you're married, they're never going to let you put that in. That has to come in before.
Oh, for some reason, women have this adverse reaction to that thing. I guess it's a symbol of masculinity, because every woman that's ever come into my house, like, you have a urinal? I always get this like, and then I go, I save 10,000 gallons of water a year for the environment. And then they go,
yeah.
And I'm like, you're coming around now, aren't you, you hippie?
You hippie. You goddamn hippie.
And the toilet seat's always down. My girlfriend never complains because I never...
You never pee on the seat.
There's never pee on the toilet seat. The toilet seat's always down. The toilet's like her domain. I pee in the urinal.
Don't we want our separate spaces like that? Wouldn't that make sense to be like, this is you, this is me?
I don't know. Women are like threatened by the urinal. It's really crazy. I get over and over again, not just like girlfriends, but like just my female, like platonic friends come over. Like,
you should just
have a urinal. It's always like a barista eye roll. And I'm like, why the eye roll? Why the eye roll? I'm saving the, water.
You want 3 pumps of caramel?
I guess. Dude, the worst barista I ever experienced. I'm in Brooklyn.
Say it right. I'm in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. It's just my New York. I'm in Brooklyn. I'm in Crown Heights.
Mm-hmm.
Predominantly black neighborhood, Jamaican neighborhood, but it's being gentrified. I'm on my laptop at this coffee shop. I want to write. I'm looking for the Wi-Fi. and I asked the barista, who's this white blonde girl, I go, what's the Wi-Fi name? She's like, it's the name of the coffee shop. And I go, oh, sorry, I didn't catch the name on the way in. What's the name of the coffee shop? She's like, if you drink at a coffee shop, you should probably know the name. I'm like, why? That's not even true. You're from like Connecticut and you're pushing working class black people out of this neighborhood, you fucking asshole. And you're rolling your eyes at me because I don't know the name of your shitty coffee shop that's not going to exist in 3 weeks.
That's the name. What if the name of the coffee shop was white women from Connecticut pushing out black people in this neighborhood?
What if the name of the coffee shop was, you should probably know the name of the coffee shop if you're going to, and she was just politely telling, it's like an Abbott and Costello routine.
By the way, I bet you don't know what the name of the coffee shop was.
No idea. And I went back there like a year ago. So it has been around a couple of years, but it was like a much friendlier barista.
But it is so funny to catch attitudes for stuff like that when it doesn't. Well, there used to be a coffee shop here that I used to go to in the old neighborhood that they would make. Okay, so when you buy a coffee or buy a pastry, they give you a receipt. On the receipt is your code for the internet.
Yeah.
But it was only for 30 minutes because
Right.
they want you out of there. And then if you want to stay, you got to buy something new again.
Right.
And you would literally see people just lining up and being like, hey, will you watch my computer? And they would stand in line. So they didn't want to lose their seats, but they wanted to get more internet. And I heard a guy one time, because I never really stayed. I would just see that they would do it. I would get coffee and go. A guy goes, can I buy a bunch of shit just to give me internet for like 2 hours?
Yeah.
And the dude was like, no, it's one time at a time. No matter how much you buy, you get 30 minutes. That's it. Like, this is like militant bullshit. And by the way,
chill the fuck down.
They shut down. We shut
good.
shut them down.
Fucking love sayonara. Nah.
Nah. That's what we said. Yeah, when they shut it down.
Are you trapped in your house? Have you done any social quarantining? Have you had any friend time?
I'm not even going to lie. We have nonstop partying. We've had
makeout sessions.
We've had 50 to 100 people over at the house at any time. I've said online, I'm quarantining to my best of my ability, but I did join this Monday night off of Craigslist tackle football league with strangers from the Studio City area.
Full contact.
And it's skins versus no pants. So it's either your tops or bottoms is what we play. No, dude, we've been good. We've had a few friends over with their kids to swim in the pool in the backyard. But you know what's so funny is like people don't even want to use the bathroom. They don't want to go inside because they're like, do you not want us in? And I'm like, dude, you can use the fucking bath. Like, you can use the bathroom. But there's such
air and not sweat. So
you
can't get it from sweat droplets, I believe. I'm not a doctor.
You can, you're not. Why am I?
What am I?
I start taking notes. I'm like, so wait a minute. You can't get it from sweat, but you can get it from the air. Okay, great. Thank you. No, dude, we've had our friend brought and his wife brought their kids over just to swim in the pool and kick it. And like, that's been the most, has been like one or two friends coming over just to hang in the backyard. But it's hard to have people inside the house. I don't really care as much to have like a friend over, but people are so scared to go over to people's houses right now.
Yeah, I've had a couple of people over for like, I got a grill outside. We'll stay outside. We hand sanitize. We keep our distance. Quarantining. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's doing their best. I'm not like packing 20 people inside my house, but
I've been to your house when it is packing 150, 200 people inside of your home. I've sat where you're sitting smoking a joint with Tiffany Haddish at your birthday
fried
party.
Turkey, right?
Yeah, eating fried turkey legs.
Yeah.
A massive fried turkey.
I think her and Nick Price went on a date because of that night.
Yeah, they did.
They dated after that.
I thought that was so funny. That was such a surreal moment. Yeah, what a couple. What a coupling. You've thrown some phenomenal parties that everyone's aware of, not to talk about the thing that people who know you know, but the funniest thing that happened the last time I went to your birthday party was as I walked in, I felt someone brush against me, and I thought it was someone that knew me, like hit my arm. Yeah. And I turned to see who it was, thinking it's going to be someone I know being like, what up, dude? But it was just an old guy's penis. I'm not kidding. Yes. Yes. There was because there was a bunch of people just walking around naked, and there was an old dude with glasses with long hair who had his penis, and his penis brushed me. which was cool. I was cool with it, dude. It's always cool getting a penis on your arm. But he just kept walking. Do you hire these people as like exhibitionists?
I think so. Oh yeah, no. I told the guy. I have a producer who produces my party, and I go,
Yeah.
hire a bunch of elderly nudists of any gender and have them walk around the party, but I'm not going to mention it or act like it's not normal.
Right. Also, were they told not to talk to anybody? Because I didn't talk to any. They didn't even.
No. We just said like it's not a performance. You behave as if you have clothing on.
In here, we pour whiskey.
Whiskey drinkers, do you consider yourself a black sheep? Are you a little bit different? Are you a little unique? Do you want something different and unique? You've tried almost everything under the sun. Well, I got some new sauce for you to try. I've talked about it before. Screwball whiskey, made right here in Southern California. It's delicious. This stuff is unique and different. A little bit different flavoring from what you're used to. It's Screwball peanut butter whiskey. It's the black sheep of whiskeys. It stands out, and it is very, very good, man. I like to have it with a little bit of iced cream. I don't know if you like iced cream. If you're lactose intolerant, I can't help you. I'm sorry. Put it on something else. But Screwball whiskey is delicious. It's smooth with just enough peanut butter where it's not overwhelming. Okay, when I drink it, my dog loves it. She can smell the peanut butter. She comes running. Do I give her a sip? No, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you. But it is really good stuff. It's unique. And the company are good people. They're donating tons and tons of money during the pandemic to a lot of different causes. So they're doing the right thing while also putting out some interesting stuff. You can put it on the rocks. You can mix it with something. Like I said, I like it as a special treat because it's pretty sweet. But it's absolutely delicious. It's the original and most awarded peanut butter whiskey. It's available literally everywhere you go. It's 70 proof. Screwball peanut butter whiskey is the perfect shot, perfect addition to your favorite cocktail. Pick it up at your local store. Get it delivered to your house if you don't want to leave. Just go ahead and ready to get hashtag screwed. Go to screwballwhiskey.com for more information. Please enjoy this responsibly. Advertisement by Screwball Spirits, LLC, San Marcos, California. Whiskey with natural flavors and caramel color. 35% alcohol by volume. Go pick up some Screwball whiskey today.
Ginger. I like gingers.
You imagine these guys getting into character? They're so deep. They also still think they might have clothes on. They just are so deep in it. They're just like, what's the issue? Dude, his balls. That was the one thing that I think somebody said. Somebody was like, that guy's balls are so big. Just so big. At some point, you're gonna you have to outdo yourself at the party and just kill everybody at the party. You have to throw a party where it just blows up, everybody dies.
Yeah.
That's the only. There's nowhere else to go.
I'm collaborating with ISIS on my next party. ISIS, some of the guys that shot up Charlie Hebdo. I reached out to them.
I love that email. Eric, we've got a few great ideas brewing. Which of these do you like? Which of these do you not like? You just go down the list. By the way, getting on a Zoom call with ISIS to discuss your next party. Yeah, is everybody here? Everyone's in?
They're like, no ego about any of these ideas. Take it or leave it. Just tell me. Just cross off what you don't want.
Eric, you're not going to hurt our feelings. You're not going to hurt our I mean, look, you can't, but we did put a lot of work into this, so please take it seriously. ISIS party coordinators. Well, dude, I want to mention, I know it's not the point of this whole thing. I wanted to do this with you a long time ago, but genuinely, I am happy you're putting on a special because you are such a funny, sweet boy. And Thanks. The bit that they promoted is the bit, one of the bits that I love the most is the cops bit. And the irony of the cops bit that I've known you to do, now coming out that they cancel cops is fucking incredible. Like the timing.
Pennies from heaven. I mean,
it's insane.
I wrote that joke like when I was 22. You know what I mean?
know. I've known you to do that joke for years. That's so. And when I saw the promo that Netflix put out with you doing that joke, it came almost on the heels of them canceling the show.
Oh, it was like the same day. Or something.
I was like, Jesus Christ, dude! Either someone has magic fingers and knows exactly like when to push that stuff, but also this is a question for you. Did you want that bit to be out, or they just tell you what they're going to put out and they're like, we're doing it this way? Do you say, I want that bit to be pushed out?
No, I pushed for that bit. I think we wanted, at first, so the Girls Gone Wild style trailer that I put out yesterday, they wanted to put that out first. but I was worried that because of the Eric Andre show, I was like, I want to convey the message that this is me doing stand-up and not like an Adult Swim style thing. I want to like differentiate like Eric Andre show stuff from stand-up. So like, let's lead with the cops clip. So it's like, this is clear. This is him telling jokes. This is pure comedy. And then we can do this. I don't know if you saw it. We did this like faux Girls Gone Wild trailer, which is great. It came out great, but I didn't want to lead with it. It was just an ordering thing. So we put the cops clip out first last week, like right on the heels of Cops getting canceled after 33rd season. And then we put the Girls Gone Wild trailer out yesterday.
Dude, and you said there's nudity in it, but what do you mean by that? Like, are you showing your peen? Are you doing full frontal? We'll have to find out. On
Netflix. Find out June 23rd, only on Netflix.
I guess you'll have to. By the way, if the you know how like when you go over a title on Netflix and it plays the trailer behind it.
Yeah.
It would just be great if it was a loop of like a grandfather, like your penis just swinging across the screen.
It was the nude guy from the party brushing his dick across your elbow.
It's my elbow. It's just this freckly elbow in the shot, and the penis just keeps brushing across it.
You know that's Andrew Santino's elbow in the.
Shut up! Is it really, dude? Pause it. Let me see.
Bad Trip's coming out on Netflix too, the movie.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
The world ended a week before our premiere.
I worked with Eric for a little bit on his movie Bad Trip, and it's so fucking funny. And as this thing was going on, the world was collapsing, right as you guys were about to put it out. So the movie officially drops when?
We don't have a date yet. I honestly secretly think we keep asking Netflix for a date because they're like, this movie's awesome. We love it. Yeah, we want to buy it. Let's put it out. And we're like, awesome. Sold it to them. Now they're like, when's the date? Radio silence. I secretly think they're like trying to see how well this stand-up special is going to do before they give us a date.
That's the Monday morning.
Let's see how well Funny Man can dance.
Yeah. Let's see if he gets any real fans out of this, or it's just because of his big, beautiful penis that we like showing. But if they they told me over there, they're like, honestly, we're all slaves to the algorithm. Hail the algorithm. Algorithm. Is king. By the way, the name of the next server the next one of those things that fights Netflix should be called The Algorithm. I don't know why they just like walk right into the fire. Why are we even hiding it anymore? They know anyone who's smart. People make up reasons over why Netflix does what it does. If you have any brains, you just know it's a computer, dude. They literally give it to the computer, and the computer's like beep, pop, 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 beep, pop, pop, beep, pop, pop. Like they don't.
The computers have taken over. Instagram's a computer. Twitter's a computer. Facebook, all media is just a computer.
Yeah, it's not like there's one guy in a room being like,
yeah, no, like he's in a control room smoking a cigarette.
Yeah. By the way, I wish there was a dude just ripping unfiltered Pall Malls, just being like, all right, now we got to put this smash up here. We got to put this show here.
I wish it was the hot robot from Ex Machina doing it.
Oh, yeah.
If we're going to have a robot take over, let it be her, Garuga.
Tell me about it. You could put a chip in my head if I...
I hope she murders me in my sleep and traps the other guy in the thing or whatever.
Dude, I want to say this. Are you not going to do any more seasons? Are you done of the show?
I thought I was, and then I got to the end of the show, and I was like, I really love having my own show. Why would I end it? It's like,
yeah, because when we last
better
talked,
now than ever.
Well, when we talked, you said you were probably going to be done. Like the last time we talked, you were like, I don't know if I'm going to do it anymore, man. This might be it.
No, as I was in the editing bay, I was like, I had two things happen to me. I was watching TV, and I go, Always Sunny in Philadelphia is on their 17th season. South Park's on their like 300th season. And I'm like, why would I retire a show where I have total carte blanche to do whatever the fuck I want? Like leave the door open. I might not do it like every year on the year, like back to back. I might like have to like take another project and come back. But yeah, I like the Larry David approach where it's like take a project, come back, whatever, golf, come back.
Right. Well, also because I think there's something genuine nowadays about having this like anticipation of like, are you going to do another season? Versus if you're just giving them more seasons, it gives them more reason to be like, I don't know, this season wasn't as good as last season. It's like this way the time gap helps kind of be like, oh shit, I want to see it again, or what you're gonna. Also, I think it keeps it from you putting out content that you're not reciprocating from last year just to like pay back stuff. You're like, I can just break and make up new weird fucked up shit in a year or two. Because I feel like that's the biggest problem with whenever we're writing stuff. Like when we were writing and with you, it's like it was so fresh and new, and I hadn't been in the room writing stuff like that in a while. That so much fun stuff was coming out of just the conversation. So I think when you take big breaks, people just expect that you're going to be like this vomit bath of like good bits. That's just like you just walk in a room, you're like, guys, blah, and it's just all good shit.
Right. Yeah. You need like
time.
Yeah, creative space.
Yeah,
it's like you got to be hungry for it again. It's like dishing out all that like creativity, whatever.
Right.
It's like eating a big meal. You're like not hungry after a while. You got to be like.
You got to have some. Well, tell me this. Did standards and practices, which for people that don't know, they're usually the ones that check down the cuss words and I think the legalese and all that stuff. Did S&P have a problem with your special? Was there like one of those emails where they're like, we can't do this?
No, Netflix was like really hands off. Like
that's all fucking awesome.
Yeah, Netflix and Adult Swim. I'm like so fortunate that they were like, let her rip, have fun.
Because so many times S&P has to come into play. I mean, as someone that's worked for like the Viacom family and all that stuff, like anything I've ever done for Comedy Central, MTV, or any of that stuff, we had just a barrage of like legal. They're like, we can't say that. We cannot say.
We used to get that on Eric Andre's show when it was TV 14, and then we just asked the president of the network at the time. We were like, "Can we just be TVMA?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, shit, sure." And then as soon as we knocked up to TVMA.
You do whatever.
He goes, sometimes TVMA, it's harder for us to get advertising. And then like then we kicked it up to TVMA, and then S&P was just like, yeah, we just have to bleep fuck when it airs, but not even when people download it or on Hulu. Like, they were like, let it rip. And no pubes, genitals, crack, taint, crack. Those are the four. No pubes, blur pubes, genitals, taint, crack.
I just love a lawyer typing out taint and then getting on Google to be like, what is a taint?
We made costumes where it's like right to the edge of my pubes on one side, and then it's just a strip that covers just the top of my crack. And it's like you see my entire body except for the four no-nos. And like I shaved my pubes to like the brim so you get as much as my
why? Because why is pubes the thing? That's so weird that you can't show pubes.
We're in a puritanical society that's like, oh, the teenagers, the hormones will be in a rage if they catch a glimpse of the
If you show Eric Andre's pubes, the amount of boners that will get erect around this country, just little boys getting...
The teenagers will be instantaneously corrupted. It's like old school shit, man.
Yeah.
We're fucking founded by the
that's why I find so ironic about that whole thing, because like, you know, like now that my show is on Hulu, and I didn't know that we could say fuck so much. I had no idea. Like until I saw it, I was like, oh, they got to blank it out. They have to beep out fucks, but they don't anymore. I guess
they don't anymore.
Fucks are all good to go. Fucks are all good.
They never had to outside of ABC, CBS, NBC, and Fox. Cable doesn't even have to. That's a choice. Wow. The FCC regulates network television only, and that was the FCC's standards and practices. But cable is private companies, so that's why HBO didn't have to, but some do. Some just choose to bleep. Like in the 80s and 90s, basic cable networks just chose to bleep so that moms wouldn't turn off the change the channel. But it's just a made up rule. I mean, even the FCC is a made up rule, but it's only network television that had to actually do it because of the government's rule.
Well, that's also because it's free TV, right? It can be found in any home for free. I think that's the other thing, right? Like ABC, you can just plug in you don't have to pay for it. So I think their whole thing is if it's being pushed out to anybody, there's no regulation over who can purchase it.
But it's always been nonsense. The idea of a curse word, a word that will curse you, is from the medieval times.
Right. That's what that means, huh?
It's a curse word. It's a word that will bring a curse upon your family.
All right, ready? I'm going to say
like the word. Shit came from the bubonic plague. And like, it was like, oh, if you say shit, you'll be cursed. You'll get the plague. It is medieval nonsense.
All right. I'm going to say a curse word and you tell me what my curse is now. Ready? Fuck. What happened? What happened to me?
Oh, what your curse is?
Yeah, what's my curse now?
I mean, we all know skin cancer's coming around. I didn't look at you.
Dude, that's so mean.
You look like the chart at the dermatologist's office. Like
getting too close. He's getting a little too close to the sun.
As soon as I said it, I was like, I would feel so horrible if like you just got like a malignant like melanoma removed or something.
You know what? But you know what? It is scary to think that like I used to joke about being like I lived in Arizona for 4 years before I moved here. I've lived in the sun for fucking 18 years of my life, and I do put on sunscreen, but now that I'm getting older, if I don't put even on my arms when I leave the house, I burn now. I didn't used to just burn, but now it's like.
No, it's no joke. My friend, I know the only white Haitian in the world. He's white and he lives in Haiti. And when he drives, he has this like disembodied sleeve that he tore off a button-up shirt and he puts it on his arm because he's like, my arm cooks. Yeah, he's like, my arm fucking cooks. So I have to like cover it up every day.
By the way, can you introduce me to the white Haitian? Because I think that's like the coolest.
His name is Alain. He's 1/4 black, but he looks like he's in Sons of Anarchy. He looks like a Hell's Angel, and they call him Santa Claus wherever he goes in Haiti. Haiti is like an entirely black nation. That's where my dad's from. They killed all the white French. It was the only successful slave revolt. They killed all the white French colonialists.
Hell yeah!
And then there was a dictator named Duvalier who killed all the mixed people. So it's only black people left, and he's like a one white drop in a black bucket. But,
wait a minute. Why did they kill all the mixed people as well? Just because
there was a really bad. So my dad left. A lot of people left Haiti in the 50s. There was this guy Duvalier, Papa Doc, who was this just like horrible dictator. I think he was a puppet of the American government, but he was psychotic. He resented all. He's like, mixed people picked on me when I was a little kid. Let's start just killing them.
So it's such like a Hitler complex.
Yeah,
you know, it's like he has no legitimate reasoning besides like just one kid said something mean to him one time. You know, like he tripped and some kid was like, idiot. And he's like, I will kill all of the mixed kids.
Yeah, something like that.
Your dad left in the 50s?
No, he left in 1969, 1970.
I was going to say the 50s. He probably was born in 1950 something, right?
Yeah, he was born in 46.
Oh, damn. Papa a little bit older. Papa's older.
A little older.
Papa a little older when he left. So where'd your dad go when he left? Where did he go from Haiti? Where'd he move?
He moved to New York and he met my mom.
New York.
This is my
New York. Did you ever think you were going to be living in Los Angeles and having like this as being your almost semi-permanent lifestyle now that you're going to be living here and doing what you do?
I lived in New York beforehand and I just came out to LA thinking I'll just be here for a few years. I'll give it a shot and then I'll probably move back to New York. And I always feel drawn back to New York. But then I like bought a house and I'm just like everything is just made here. What the fuck?
I know it's hard.
I always try to go back to New York. I feel like you're a Chicago guy, right?
Yeah.
You feel drawn back to Chicago?
Yeah, I wish I could move back, honestly. But it's like New York is more feasible for you. There's more work to be had there, at least. But for Chicago, I can't. What am I going to?
There's actors that Vince Vaughn lives out there. There's plenty of comedians and Cusack. I'm naming like the most successful movie stars.
Yeah, like two dudes that have had like massive careers for 25 years, and you're like, come on, you're just like John Cusack. You didn't say anything, type of thing. You did one of those movies, like. No, dude, you have to be so unbelievably successful to leave LA and just go to anywhere. But Chicago, I joke at some point if I'm just done with all this shit, I'm just gonna go try to beg to be like 8th lead on a Dick Wolf show, like Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, Chicago like he just keeps making.
Yeah, that's true. Do they shoot in Chicago those shows?
They do, all of them.
They do.
Yeah, which is what I want to do. I want to be
Dick Wolf, the richest motherfucker. What is his? He's
one of those guys that's like a pure mystery that I don't.
Yeah, I don't know what he looks. I'm looking him up right now.
Same. Dick Wolf. What do you look like?
What a name, Dick Wolf.
His real name is
Wolf.
His real name is like Marvin.
Dick popped up.
His real name is like Marvin Edelstein. He's
His name is like Shlomo Lipschitz. Oh my God, he's got a face for radio. I'll tell you that.
That's why we don't see him that much. They hide Dick Wolf. He's got it, but he's got to be worth unbelievable because guys like that.
250 million according to Google.
Don't you think that's got to be that? Those are always so wrong.
they're super wrong. They're not even like a half.
One time I saw, but also sometimes they're flip flop. One time I saw that I'm worth $10 million, and I was like,
Yeah,
where?
and you were 20, so like that's
Duh.
That's what you know what? I bet you Dick will. I bet you that number comes from like the gross of everything he owns and asks like his value is
Yeah.
$250 million, but he probably doesn't have like liquid in the bank. Who cares? So why are we talking about Dick?
I don't know.
He's doing very well. He's 73 years old. He looks like.
How funny would it be that we're just like Dick Wolf promoters? People don't even know this whole thing is based around trying to get Dick Wolf's name spread around.
I know. I try to promote my special, and I'm like, you got to see the 29th season of Law and Order, only on Dick Wolf Network. Schizo Network.
He should. Well, that's like, what's his name? Bought the fucking Weather Channel. Why can't I think of his name? Byron Allen. You know he bought the Weather Channel?
Byron Bowers?
Yeah. Can you imagine Byron?
Yeah, man. Hey, bought the Weather Channel, man.
Him doing the weather.
The horrible Byron Bowers.
Yeah, it was really bad.
I'm sorry, Byron. I'm trying to think what is it like. You need a hook when you do an impression. I got.
But it's also Byron's real slow, so he's like slow and like.
Oh.
He's like, yeah, the weather's nice. No, dude, Byron Allen. You know the host of that late night show? He bought the Weather Channel.
Comics Unleashed. I've done it, man.
I've heard that you're scared of sharks. I've heard that you're scared of sharks. Tell us.
Eric, you were telling me the other day you hate sharks.
I was?
Norm Macdonald had the best line. He goes, comics couldn't be more leashed than when they go on Comics Unleashed.
It's so true. It's like the worst setup. No, he bought the Weather Channel like a couple years ago, I heard, because he's going to make it rain all the time. He just wants to make it rain all the time. And if you buy the Weather Channel, you control the weather, dude. You can say whatever you No, it is weird. It's a weird investment, but he has to know something that we don't know. Buying property like that. Like, I'm not one of those guys. I wish I knew how to invest. Do you invest in anything?
No, I mean, like I have like a pension.
Yeah, me too. But I'm too stupid to be like, I put money in this stock.
I don't have stock. I have my house. I have a pension. That's it. I'm not like, dude, I'm trading Apple stock for Amazon stock. I'm not one of those guys.
Dude, I have friends that know how to do that, and I'm so impressed. I wish I was smart enough to do that.
I don't know. That freaks me out, too, because it feels volatile, too. Also, the economy's like collapsing. I don't know. It kind of freaks me out. But I also have to go. And not only do I have to take a shit, but I have to do some milk toast schlubs
That's
podcast.
That's fine.
How do you feel about that? Are you insulted? I can tell by your fucking.
Let me see.
You look like Michael Douglas and falling down when I said that.
Yeah, I'm annoyed.
Yeah, that reference. That reference?
Yeah, that reference is going to stick with most of my audience as well. Eric has to go poop. Go watch his special.
I honestly have to shit before my thing, and I know it's like a 10-minute.
I know. Well, I love you. I appreciate you coming on the show. We end the episode the same way. You look in the camera and say one word or one phrase, and we'll end it on that. Go ahead.
What?
You just look in this camera and you say one word or one phrase to end the episode.
Sploof.
In here, we pour whiskey, 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 whiskey.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.